Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen. Big Bertha, my guide and half soul, has let me know that there's a message coming through for you. So I'm going to just center my energy and see who's coming in and what they have to say. This is a new guide who has not come through Colleen before in a public way. I have been with Colleen through many lifetimes, including this incarnation on Earth. I just haven't met all of you yet. But now is the time. I am involved with the building of the Lemurian Manifestation Grid. And my job here today is to begin the gathering of those of you who will be involved in the rebuilding of the Lemurian grid on Earth. It is almost time. The energies on Earth have reached a level of vibration, a level of love energy saturation that they have never reached before in all incarnations of Earth. Never have you accomplished what you have accomplished leading up to today. Through your work as light workers, as healers, as bringers of light, as communicators of loving concepts, what you have accomplished has never been accomplished before. You are bringing the Earth to the next level of enlightenment, both for Mother Earth herself and for all of the beings that inhabit the Earth. Although it has been explained that not everyone on Earth will awaken at the same time, the energies and experience of living on planet Earth will change for everyone here somewhat, and in different ways for different groups of people. It is not the case that some who perhaps do not believe or are not working on their ascension are going to end up in chaos and hellfire and brimstone. That is not the case. Those who are not yet ready to awaken will still see an uptick in the amount of peace and love and flow on the Earth in the reality that they inhabit. So the Earth is changing for everyone. And as this occurs, there is daily reacclimation going on for each and every one of you. Physically, with your human physical body, and energetically, with your love energy body and your love energy core. Every single day, you are reacclimating to the changing energies. Every single day, you are receiving new guidance as to how to proceed, new guidance as to how to access your gifts, how to bring light to the earth, how to bring light to your own life and the lives of others. In doing all this work, you are also bringing forward those of you who will be involved in the Lemurian activation. So the vibration of all of humanity and the earth is rising. And as that happens, those of you who are part of the Lemurian building crew will start to feel and make new connections. These are energetic connections that may or may not involve communication between two human beings. These are mainly energetic connections at this point. Each of you has a small piece of the encyclopedia of information that is required to pull off a project like moving the Lemurian Manifestation Grid from its position now in all that is to planet Earth. There, as with any construction project, there are many, many aspects and many roles that will be played in bringing this to fruition. Since we are nearing the point where the vibration will reach the point, or the light level will reach the point where the information starts flowing to you about your role in this project. Since this is drawing nearer, it is important that you attune yourself to the energies of the Lemurian crew, the energies of those that are part of the Lemurian project. In order to do this, you will need to make connection with a large number of beings, both incarnated beings who are incarnated on Earth and beings of light. There is a piece in your vibrational signature that is becoming activated. It is a code or signal that was placed there when you became interested in being part of the Lemurian rebuilding project before you incarnated. When you were your soul self, you raised your hand and said, I want to join that crew. I want to be part of the Lemurian rebuilding committee. And as such, you were placed in this group that is reconnecting now. The key here is that it is time for you to pay attention to symbols and communications of numbers that will be coming to you in various ways. These symbols and numbers are things that you will be using when you begin the actual construction of the grid. These symbols and numbers will come to you in a variety of ways. Do not seek them. They seek you, and they will come to you when it is time for you to open to them. So when you are in your quiet times, if you meditate, when you are meditating, when you are walking in nature, or doing whatever it is that you do to quiet your mind and bring yourself enjoyment, you may notice some codes coming through. There is nothing you need do when this happens except acknowledge it. Acknowledging energetic changes brings them into your earthly existence and your earthly awareness. So as these symbols and numbers come through the veil into your awareness, and they may come in a variety of ways because each of you is attuned to a different way to receive information. They could come as visions. You could find yourself drawing with automatic writing, just drawing symbols. You could also see them coming in print or electronic format as well. What is happening is your higher self is sending you these symbols and codes that will eventually make up the blueprint for the reconstruction of the Lemurian grid. So as you receive these codes, there's nothing you need to do but acknowledge that you have received some numbers and codes. You will know, the time will present itself when you will activate these numbers and codes. For now, you can keep record of them. Write them down, keep a journal, electronic or handwritten. And as you write them down, you may see a pattern emerging. Same thing, just acknowledge it. Your vibration grows with the acknowledgement and brings you closer to making connections with others who are receiving these codes and symbols. Another thing that may begin to occur for you is unexpected connections with people who are on a similar spiritual path as you. Many of you are in relative isolation on your spiritual journey. Many of you aren't surrounded by a lot of other friends who are on a spiritual path. However, that is about to change. You will start to encounter, it might just be a little reference someone makes to something that resonates with your belief system that leads you to realize that they too are someone who's on the path, and that will open the opportunity to begin a spiritual conversation that you may not have had with this person under other circumstances. You will know, you will feel it, you will feel this connection, and it may surprise you. Some people who have been in your world for many years or months or weeks, and all of a sudden you realize that they too are on a spiritual path and that you have a connection with them. This is something that it would be fortuitous for you to nurture. These conversations will lead you to find the people that you will be working with in this reconstruction project. So these connections are beginning to emerge. You will begin to feel connections with people who are physically around you or electronically around you. They may be people that you have electronic connections with. Eventually, you will all put these codes and numbers together, and it will help to form the blueprint for the Lemurian grid. This does not happen overnight. There is a large body of information that needs to come through to you who have been living in ignorance of your role in this magnificent rebuilding project. So be gentle with yourself and allow the information to trickle in. The best times that you will find the openings come for this information to begin to trickle in are times that you spend in quiet contemplation whether that be moving or not, meaning you could be sitting and meditating. But if you are a person who prefers to go out and walk or do some other sort of movement while doing your spiritual practice of centering and clearing your energy, if in those contemplative times you prefer to be moving, that is how it should be. Just make sure that you are doing a daily, if possible, practice of having some sort of quiet time. 10 minutes will do. Some sort of quiet time where you are acknowledging your spiritual self and allowing information and connections to come through. I look forward to working very closely with you. When we meet and begin work on the construction of the Lemurian grid. My name is Callie. Callie. My name is Callie, and I am very pleased to meet you. In your terms, I am the communications department of the Lemurian Rebuilding Project. I work very closely with Simon, who is the chief engineer and architect of the project. And we are having a lot of fun watching you progress toward the time when this rebuilding project will come to Earth and we can rebuild the magnificent Lemurian Manifestation Grid on your Earth. This is coming. Stay the course. Keep the faith. Thank you. Okay, well, I was not expecting a new guide to come through. So we've met Callie now. And it's funny because communications is what I do in like my regular job. And so it's interesting that I am meeting the communications officer for the Lemurian project. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm recording this like right after channeling that. And I don't think I've been channeling any codes or symbol. Well, I've had symbols coming through for years. For me, the infinity symbol has been huge. It comes through in all kinds of ways. I doodle it. That's what I doodle. Infinity symbols and overlapping triangles are what I doodle. Like if I'm just, you're in a meeting, a Zoom meeting, and you're just doodling on the side. I don't know if everybody does that, but I do that. And those are the symbols that I'm always, always doodling. And as far as the infinity symbol, I do that when I'm doing energy work, and I do it in the water sometimes. Like I swirl my hands around an infinity symbol. So I don't know if that counts. I don't really know what kind of symbols they were talking about. And numbers, I don't really, I mean, I get the stuff where you see repeated numbers, 11111 or 222 or whatever. But I don't think I've been getting any number messages, but I'm certainly going to pay attention for that. But the connections, I'll tell you, I've been making lots of spiritual connections. So I have a Patreon group, and I've been making lots of connections through my Patreon group, and they are connecting amongst themselves as well. There's a Lemurian sort of section and a Big Bertha's group section, and there's crossover between the two. But anyway, there are all kinds of connections being made, people meeting. And then just in my like work life and social life, I have found more and more people, like not droves of them, but some people making spiritual references or kind of like just revealing to me that they are on a spiritual path, that they are open to talking about this kind of stuff, So just people that I've known for years and then like are worked around for years, and then they'll make one reference that just makes me go like, oh, did you say something about the energies? And we just start a little conversation. So I guess it's some of these might be some of my Lemurian crew connections. So that's pretty interesting. And I'm going to watch for more of them, and I'm really going to watch for those numbers. So let me know in the comments. Are you stumbling on series of numbers or anything? And are you making new spiritual connections? Hope so, because maybe you're part of my crew. Okay, so this is reaction part 2. I'm actually recording this the next day. I even have different glasses on. I was thinking about this more after I recorded like my reaction, and I even talked to my friend Karen, about it. And first of all, she laughed and said she thinks it's funny that my guides come through and give 3D names and job titles. And that is because that is so me. That is so like Colleen walks the talk. So practical and 3D language, which is always how I want my guides to talk to me. It's how I want to talk to you in videos. And so now a new guide comes through and, you know, gives me a name and a 3D job title, which I think is pretty cool. But also, like, codes or symbols and number codes and things is so not in the realm of stuff that I talk about with spirituality, that I find it really surprising that that's what came through in the message. And it's really making me pay attention, because I would scroll past a video that was about numbers and codes coming through, but it looks like that's what's going on now. So kind of makes me, you know, want to pay attention. So let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks very much for joining me, and we'll see you soon.